topic will be very interesting. Very, very, very interesting. In fact, I'm on my pajamas right now. It's evening already, so I'll be doing this on my PGs. All right, please help me share the video. Help me share. Today we'll be talking about food you should limit if you have fibroid. Now, what are the things you should limit or run away from? Let's put it that way. Things you should run away from when you have fibroid. At least for the main time when you are shrinking it. It is not by going to get it out, or they say, like some people say, if you get fibroid, go and operate it, go and operate it. It's not about operating it, because even if you operate it, it might come back again. So that has to get something in your head that it has to do with some lifestyle things you are doing. That's why the thing continues to come back again. It's not like your gynecologists don't know how to remove them. Even the small ones, they will come out, but it will regrow again. What are the food you need to stop from? Now, the first one that you need to avoid is anything that's high in fat, all these animal products. Yeah, I want to start with that one because many of us, most especially we Nigerians, who do like meat, beef. If meat not full food, if you don't have a lot of meat in that food, darling, you are not eating well. You see, red meat itself is something you should run away from. Red meat in general can be your beef. Yes, can be your cow meat. It can be even the pork, your pork meat. It can be your sausage or the ones you call your hot dog. For those of you that are abroad here and saying, my fibroid is growing. My fibroid is growing. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm trying to eat healthy, but yet you are eating hot dog. And you think you are eating healthy. These things, you need to run away from them. And why is that? Because they have what they call saturated fat in them. And this saturated fat can increase your estrogen. For many of you that are not aware, hormone imbalance can trigger your fibroid to start growing or can trigger a growth of fibroid, even if you don't have it before. You might be that woman that go for scan 1 week ago and everything is fine. 1 week later, they tell you a tiny fibroid is growing. And you tend to wonder, why do I have the fibroid? How did it happen? It depends on what you've eaten. Or maybe your hormones have been giving you signal all this while you did not check it. You only go for scan alone. All these beef things can cause estrogen to increase in your body. And the more they increase, the more you are feeding that fibroid. Let me give you another example. Have you ever seen a woman who is told that she has a very tiny, small fibroid? It cannot stop you from conceiving. Right, you conceived. But later, while you conceive, you're being told that the fibroid is increasing in size, is doubling in size, is disturbing the baby. Why is that? Because when a woman is pregnant, your estrogen tends to do what? Tends to go high. That is why the fibroid too is being feeded. So you understand that it is not the fibroid that got away, that gets the pregnancy away or caused the miscarriage. It is your hormones. Because the hormones feed that fibroid. You getting me? So if you have fibroid, you see that thing of beef, get them away, instead chop fish. If you don't chop red meat for months, when you dey on treatment, nothing will happen to you. Now me they tell you. I'm not telling you say remove them for the rest of your life, like get it off for the rest of your life. No, I'm not telling you to do that. I'm just telling you to limit it for this time. Now, some of you might say, Sister Joy, but what about goat meat? Is goat meat also a red meat? Should we stop eating goat meat? Yes, goat meat is a red meat. But one thing about goat meat is this, that it's lower in, what they call it, in that cholesterol. It's lower in cholesterol. Apart from that, it has this lean protein. It's unlike your red meat. But even when you are eating it, you got to eat it with sense. Because too much of everything they do it in, it backfires. It's bad. Are you getting me? Reduce it. Come on from your diet. Another thing that you need to think about to get off your diet is anything soy. Soy milk. What's it called? Yes, soy milk. all this soy protein. Some of you will say, I need to eat healthy. Oh, I'm trying to eat healthy. Yet you're making smoothie with all this soy protein powder. Is that making sense to you? Some people are guilty of this. Some people are guilty of this. You are eating that. You are doing your smoothie and adding soy protein powder. And then you wonder, you say, but this thing is not going down now. Why is it increasing? Wesley, why they laugh like this? Why? If I say she's guilty, anytime when I talk something where she's guilty, she goes send me laughing emoji. But it's the truth. Your soy product, she said guilty, I said it. Your soy product is not helpful. And why is that? Because it contains phytoestrogen. You see that red meat I told you about before, that you should stop eating it because it has estrogen inside. The same thing happens with your soy product. So if you are mixing it while doing smoothie, take for example, you say, oh, Sister Joy said we should eat berries, so I will add berries to my smoothie. Sister Joy said we should take strawberry, so I'll add it. Sister Joy said avocado is good, I will add it. But yet, instead of you to blend it with water, you say, should be smoothie, they put milk. You pour milk, either you're using soy milk or you're using full fat milk, which is the liquid one who they get fibroid here. You pour it inside. You say, but I got to add protein powder. You don't even watch the protein powder you're buying. You buy the soy one, you pour it inside. Darling, you see that blueberries and the avocado and strawberry you add becomes useless when those two other ingredients are inside there. Because they cannot stand the power of those two. You need to reduce it. All these things have effect on your hormones. So you see that what you eat is what you get. The same thing goes for those of you that have endometriosis. So you see these things that I talked about. You need to watch it. Because even endometriosis, two things are involved that you need to watch for you to be able to get pregnant or get freedom from pain, inflammation, and estrogen. If you can watch those two things, my sister, I tell you, you see, even if you get the endometriosis, if you not go feel that pain, you will not be on pain relief every single day of your life or every single month when you have to see your period. So you feeling me? Another thing that you need to reduce. How can I return my period? Darling, first you have to find out what caused the period to stop in the first place. It's not by the period coming back. It's by you knowing exactly what's it caused to stop and how can we recover it back. Or except if you've done some tests before. Don't worry, I'm going to take questions later after this. Thank you so much everyone for the gift. I appreciate you. And for those people who share, I love you. God bless you. The next thing you have to also watch out for are fried food. Yes. You see, sometimes I tell you that fibroid are being triggered by hormone imbalance. But at the same time, fibroid can be triggered by infection, which causes inflammation in your body system. A lot of people are not aware of this, that after you might have treated infection, you need to increase things that contain antioxidants. Antioxidants are like your vitamin C, things that will improve your immune system, converted to antioxidants, so that your immune system will be able to stand. And any little infection left after you use the antibiotic will do what? Will clear away. Immune system in your body is like soldiers. Every time something is about to attack, they attack them first before you yourself, you start getting symptoms. The minute you start getting symptoms for infection, know that they are all gone. All your soldier guard, they are gone. So your body is exposed to be attacked by any kind of infection. This is why by the time you finish treating infection, you need to wake up your guards again. Put a new guards there. If you don't, things start growing in your body system. You get what they call high inflammation in the body system. And if you are that type that like fried food, you even make it triple or double. It is not only fibroid that inflammation in the body system can cause. Even PCOS, it can cause it. Ovarian cyst, it can cause it. Some of you are being told that your hormones are fine, but you hear, I treated a candida last week, 3 months ago, I treated infection, staphylococcus, but later in the scan, they are telling me that I have this. So, fried food are things you need to limit. It's showing. Every time, showing. The only thing you need to, you know how to cook. It's showing. Most of us that are married women, we need to find other ways. Like, think outside the box on how you need to cook some food. If you have to watch YouTube, watch it. Because you see all these men that are suffering from infection too non-stop. Your husband might not be cheating. But if he has treated infection before and he continues to treat it all over again, it's because you continue to give him food that are high in inflammation. That is the truth. Let's be truthful. Many of us now, we dey cook for our husbands. Our husbands don't go to the kitchen to cook. What you give him is what you get. What you give him, now what you get. Don't take this person now. Me as I dey, so I know they measure something as I dey give man, as I dey tell women their own. Because this thing about fertility, it is wash my own, I wash your own. So, limit your fried food. You want to eat chips, go and get an air fryer. If you don't get money for air fryer, you get an oven, use an oven. If you don't get money for oven, then find other ways to cook your potato. In fact, you don't need to pour oil inside a pot to fry chips. You can definitely cut your potatoes and put a little bit of olive oil on fire. Pour the potato, not the frozen fried chips, so the potato. Pour them for inside, put a bit of salt, put rosemary, let it cook on its own with little olive oil. Little olive oil. So you get me? Another thing you need to put in the back of your mind. Sister Edith, how do I fry my akara? My darling, go and get an air fryer. Air fryer comes with this mini cupcake plate. I'll show you one of my own. Thank God outside the kitchen. I'll not get the cupcake plate here, but I'll show you an example of what I'm telling you. You get paper plates like this for mini cupcake. You can put them inside one after the other. Put your akara inside. It will still fry. You don't even need too much oil. You can just rub it a bit of oil and it will still fry. When we are looking for something, you need to stretch your hand and do more extra. You see these things why they teaching now? Probably some of you are saying, a doctor no tell now. Because they expect you to know it already. You understand? They expect you to be able to think of every single ways already. And don't forget, your chronic inflammation can start causing you pains. A lot of people will say, my fibroid is causing me pain. Darling, it's not your fibroid that is causing the pain. It is called inflammation in the body. Now, the inflammation they cause you pain, not the fibroid. You need to understand that's two aspects. Now, another thing you need to put at the back of your mind to reduce are things like refined carbohydrates, refined sugar. Example, or this white bread. Yeah. White bread. They are things you need to limit. How about pomo? Pomo is kind of good. Pomo is good, eh? Pomo is good. The thing is this, that it has no, like, you don't get any big protein from inside. But it's kind of a lean protein. Pomo is good for you to eat, okay? You can eat your pomo. In fact, I don't know why I hear say they won't ban pomo for Nigeria. Pomo is a good thing. It has its own nutrients on its own. Though not that full of nutrients, it's kind of like healthy kind of meat you eat. For those of you that like pomo, you say, thank God, oh, Sister Joy, don't mention that one come out. Relax. Now, back to the one I'm saying before. Your white bread, there are things you need to limit. Your pastries, mini cookies, those of us in abroad, especially those of you in UK, you like to drink your tea with cookies, eh? Every time, cookies here, cookies there. Let's have a cup of tea, cookies. Let's have a cup of tea, cookies. Let's go for a tea, cookies. Wesley, she understands. Sometimes I our sisters over there. And like I have a friend, I'll give you an example. I have a friend, and they come for Italian on Wesley, don't worry. This my friend, she's not in Italy, she's in the UK. And when, she never liked me before. We were friends because they call us like Mashandi, Agama Lizard, our stomach is so flat. And all of a sudden she go UK. Jesus Christ of now, I say, Joy, my kg right now is a joke. I send a lie, send me photo. I shout. She's 4 times my size. I say, what are you, they chon? Kilo Jenny to your Lord, what are you eating? Food. I want to drink a cup of tea, cookies. All these things are things that has refined sugar and you shouldn't be eating them. You tend to ask yourself, say, Sister Joy, I used to ovulate when I was in Africa. In fact, my menstruation was coming regular. All of a sudden, it just started to do rubbish. You should know that it's what you eat is what you get. So, reduce all this one. The same thing with some of you in here. They like pizza, pizza, pizza. I always tell something, say, your body system, your body is not like those of the people born here. You are not like them. You should understand. This is not by talking about color thing. This is about talking about body system. Our body is not like them. If you come here and you eat that their carbohydrates anyhow, yes, it's delicious, but it will backfire on you. You see, I'll give you an example. If you take a chicken, I like chicken. Why do I like to use chicken to do example? I not go lie for you now. When I did school, I think I do case study. So it's the only thing I can always think about because I don't study the life of that thing. But it's like this. If you take a chicken, buy it in one place, alive, maybe in one state, and take it to another state, you will never see that chicken putting the 2 feet on the ground. It's always on 1 feet up, 1 feet down. And why is that? Because it go DJ, it go monitor. Sometimes some of them will not even eat. You get the point? It's the same way you're supposed to be doing. Not come here and say, I don't come, I don't land. Make I come there here, they shop everything. Whoa, you go here and hot for your body. If you are not treating blood sugar, you're treating insulin. Yes, this is why some of you end up having PCOS. Oh, now make you no reply. What's up, oh, okay. You send me a message. I did live video, my sister. I don't know, yes, it's how many minutes? It's been 30 minutes or so, or 30 something minutes. And I make me no reply. What's up again? I'm here. Johnson Precious, how you doing? So, if you are the type that like to eat cake, pizza, my sister, it go backfire you. Sometimes they make pepper soup. You see, those are spices. They are things they do in the body system. They cleanse the body. They cleanse the intestine. Some of us said that eating all this stuff. If you ask, when last did you deworm yourself? You are there eating all the prosciutto, uncooked pork, uncooked this thing, and you've not even dewormed yourself for ages. You've not. You don't know that those kind of meats, they have things inside, venom inside that can actually cause parasite for your belly. And you need to deworm yourself. Huh? Hey now. So when they don't find way come outside, what did they happen to your body? All the nonsense gets stuck up in there. You understand me? So, mind what you eat. The same thing goes for your alcohol. Darlings, I know that life is sweet. In fact, God don't bless some people for this life where you be say, some of us who don't test suffer before. Yes, I'm not excluding myself because I have eaten my cake. I have tasted it. And I tell you one thing, I will never want to go back. That's the truth. Some of us that have tasted life in the hard way. When we reach some kind of level, we think having fun is by drinking alcohol or by drinking the most expensive kind of alcohol. Darling, that's not it. That's not it at all. You can have your alcohol once in a while, but once in a while means 1 cup. Take, for example, your wine. Your wine is not something that I'll tell you, don't drink wine. 1 cup is good. Some people need to actually get a bit tipsy to open leg where for God, like to throw the leg, one leg in Jalingo, the other one in Zafara, you know, open it where and let the man dig his well. Some people actually need that. But after 1 cup is becoming too much. Now Spice this laughing. No, it's the truth. I like to speak the truth. I know they filter my word. They know me for that. I don't filter my word. I like to say the truth. All right? I wouldn't tell you, oh, run away from it. No. Some women need this. You cannot tell them not to. The only problem is when it becomes a daily something every single day, or you are drinking more than 1 cup. You might even be a young lady and you have this fibroid. You are not married. You are still young. You are not ready to settle down yet, and it happens. Darling, check your lifestyle. Thank you so much, Masisi, for the gift. Check your lifestyle. Your alcohol itself, what does it do? It stops your liver function. And the minute your liver stops working properly, what happens? All the estrogen that is supposed to detox out of your body will store there, causing you to have fibroid. Even if you successfully remove it before and say, oh, I have removed this fibroid before, I am now free, I will not have fibroid again, it might still grow back. That is the truth. So you see, too much of enjoyment, not be enjoyment actually. Now punishment. You see, this is our body, where God give us so. This body that we all inherit, because you see, the body is just like our physical aspect. The soul is the main thing. But this body that you inherit is meant to be taken care of. It's not meant to do, when it consign itself, how is it my problem? It's not meant to do that. Because if you do that with it, my sister, the body itself will get tired. You understand? So, thank you so much for the follow, Faith Chris. So, limit your alcohol intake. Too much of alcohol is not fun. It's not you having fun, darling. Next thing you need to limit to take is caffeine. These people who are abroad are guilty. Guilty as charged. Hang on, guys. I don't want to co-host. And I know Sabi do. You see, one thing I don't know how to do on this TikTok is doing challenge with people to co-host and battle for gifts and like this. I don't know how to do it. I know Sabi. I'm so like I would have to decline. If you have to send me an invite, you should be asking me questions, reasonable things. I think social media should be about talking and learning things with sense. You know, talking and creating impact in people. You know, that kind of stuff. But not coming here and telling them to empty bank accounts. If you not buy tea for me, but waiting I want to hear they tell you to, that kind of stuff. Anyway, let's continue talking. Your caffeine, your energy drink, even black tea. Yes, some of you are taking black tea and thinking that, oh, it's super healthy. Too much of it is bad because it has caffeine inside. It's not green tea I'm talking about. Oh. I'm talking about black tea. There is black tea. There is white tea, there is green tea. Did when I understand the difference my head blow because I've been confused for a very long time. But yes, there are 3 different kind of teas that happens like that. Now, why do you need to limit your caffeine? Limiting your caffeine that I'm talking about, I don't say taking 1 cup of coffee would give you problem. No, darling. Not that. When you wake up in the morning and you want to take your coffee, one thing I would advise you to do first is take a cup of water before your coffee. If you know they do more this why, let it be your habit. You might ask me why. When you wake up, your liver is on the mode to detox. So you giving it caffeine immediately like this might not let it detox, might just add that estrogen inside the body and go detox. This is why even you that is doing it healthy and drinking only 1 cup of coffee since nothing is working. First, you take water. 1 glass cup of water. Even if you don't finish it, take water. After water, then you can take your coffee. You feel me? It's a tricky thing. It took me a while to learn this. It took me a long time to learn this. And I'm telling you, it works perfectly well. But if you are the type that takes coffee in the morning, in the afternoon after you chop finish, in the evening, darling, come on. Come on. There's something I always tell you guys. You see here, they have a problem with their fertility issue. And if you are so smart and wise, you should sit down and say, why is it that they are having problem with fertility issue? It has to do with some habits that they do. Alcohol, they like them here. But men, women, it's the fun for thing. Coffee, they like it here. But men, women, is a fun thing for them. And all these things, if you come here to dip, even all this carbohydrate food, like there are cookies, like all this pizza, like there are things that we're not supposed to shop too much. But for them, it's basic here. And then you sit down and do your mathematics. Don't let me break it down for you. But sit down and use your brain. Yeah? So, limit it. And even if you have to, take your water first. But you see that one of energy drink, stop her. Most especially for those of you that are doing nothing. I have a friend who is guilty as charged with this thing. I hope she's not watching me. You say, Joy. Is it because I told you that you are using me as teaching? See, Viola, if you're listening to me, I'm not using you as teaching. I'm using you as an example. You got to. If you would not listen to me as a friend, I will bring you here as an example and do you as a teaching. You get the point? And then you have no choice but to listen. Those of you that are doing nothing, night shift, morning shift, on energy drink, and then you ask yourself, but I shouldn't have a problem. My sister, the energy drink is too much. You guys are abusing it. And of which you know very well that these things that you're taking will definitely have effects on you. Except you signed up that you don't want, some people sign up that I don't want fertility, I don't want all those kind of stuff. But it does have effects on you. The next one that I'll talk about, in fact, I think this will be the final one so I can have time for questions. Because if I don't stop now, I don't get time for questions. I can stay here the entire day and continue talking. This one is very important. All these house cleaning agents, house cleaning products that we're using. I'm going to sit down very well. Drink water before I explain this one. Because this, everybody is guilty as charged. Everybody. Listen to me. It's not like when you're using all these cleaning products is bad. No, it's good because our house technically, I feel the germs in every way. There's germs in every corner, and you cannot wash your toilet without actually using all these clean products like bleach, all this stuff. But the stupid mistake we do is when we are using these products, we don't wear a mask to cover our nose. We don't wear gloves. How many of you are guilty of this? See, if I'm teaching there and what I'm teaching has to relate with you, don't take it personal. Just learn what you have to learn. Those of you that have been following me on Facebook, you know how we go. You know the drill. Don't take it personal. Just learn what you need to learn. Because I go use exactly the mistake where many of us they do for house. Most especially we black community, Nigerian community for that matter, and talk about it. Because some of us cannot pinpoint exactly where this infertility problem is coming from. Some of us think it's a spiritual problem. Yes, there are some spiritual problems. But at the same time, many are not spiritual problems. You might just be disrupting your cortisol hormone for nothing. Praying, going from one church to another, doing all the this thing and that. It might just be some mistake you are doing at home. So, some of us don't wear masks and we don't wear gloves. And why is that? You see all this chemical thing, as you inhale them, as you use your hand to wash them, your house is clean, but you are putting it in your mouth. Inhaling them disrupts your hormones and your body system. Most especially for those of you that complain that I'm always having body hotness. So body hotness here, I cannot sleep well in the night. Darling, chemical is still chemical. No matter how it's labeled and sold on the shelf, it's still chemical. And even with it being there, there's always warning. It's just that many of us, we buy products and we don't read it. We stop reading. I don't know what happened to us, this generation. But all of a sudden, we don't read anymore. We just buy and use. A lot of us too, we do the same mistake. Before you go for IVF or after transfer, you are there using all these chemical products to clean, and you're using your hand and inhaling it, and then you ask, oh, why did my IVF not work? Or better still, they tell you, oh, you tested positive, all of a sudden, boom, it's coming out. All those are hormone disruptors. All you need to do is the next time you ever have to clean, wear a freaking hand gloves and a nose mask. Your nose mask is not only when there's COVID. It's not only for that. There is a reason why it's being made. You go meet your doctor in the hospital, your gynecologist, and the first thing they are wearing when they want to examine you is hand gloves and masks. And you cannot even think and say, why are they wearing it? Even if you are not smelling. It's because they don't want to. From nose, you feel inhale thing. Even inhale toxin. Inhale things where if it damages the body, only from nose. Not to talk about the hands you use in touching them. Some people will say, but I wash my hand now. You wash your hand, you say the chemical they come out. Some of them might stay on your fingerprints for months. And every week you clean your house. Does this make sense to you? So you see that the lifestyle, some things you do in the house, they need to be changed. Some food you eat, they need to be changed. Nobody will change it for you until you change it yourself. Even me, when you see, so you can come on my WhatsApp and tell me, Sister Joe, I want to pay for consultation though, or I want to buy your book or for food, and you buy it. If you don't do it yourself, nobody will do it for you. So start the change now. All these things I mentioned, not only for someone who has fibroid. If you've ever done fibroid surgery before, or maybe you just did it self, not quite long, also think about the food so it does not regrow again. Instead of the fibroid to regrow, it should be your baby that you are carrying. You feeling me? So I hope I don't break this one for enough for that. See, tomorrow we'll talk about the things you should eat, and not also to forget, I have a diet book that I sell. It's called Fibroid Diet Book. If you're interested, you can send me a message. Everything is inside, including the step-to-step food that you need to eat. All the food you need to eat, plus our Nigerian food and everything here. Giving you how to cook them, what you should add and what you should not add. Very important. It's 186 pages, see? And give you instructions. Here, you also get teas and things you should take in the morning.